Can't really use it right now, but we'll take it. Alright, well, I now have to do this, to everything else along the entire line. So, prepare yourselves. We are about to have a little bit of, fun doing this. Nextlet! Stage 3, sure, go. Do your thing. Doinky, doinky, and... Oh, this sucks on this spacing, so sadly, you need to move. Just a little bit. There you go. Whoops. Hey, success. Can you make glass from sand now? I mean, I can classify sand into crushed quartz. That's what I can do. I can make the crushed quartz out of classifying an immense amount of sand. But I mean, this pretty much abstracts that concept of making glass from sand. What will be next? Shall we grab the high-grade copper tech? I guess, or maybe we should grab something that has an alloy that's a molten alloy. Yeah, that would be great. Ugh. You. All right, this positioning, man, is going to kill me. All right, I have to move this. That is not even remotely optional. Excuse me? Do that thing. Success! Yes, backwards loader was backwards. Why not have the fuel on the top side? It's just how I placed it. It's just how I placed it. It would be less nightmarish on the placement of these inserter things, but hey. Yeah, I could, but that's gonna be work to change. As he says, as he's doing work here to fix this. 1, 2, 3. We're on like the last 6 already. Like, hey, we're on the last 6 already. We're fine. Everything is fine. Everything is wonderful and beautiful and magnificent. We are completely okay. We are just fine. Doink, 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 and... Ta-da! We're done. We are done! Celebrations! Celebration times, it's 12 minutes before the break. If you can believe it. Oh, hey, Tech. Hi. Nice to see you. Grab that one. I have a bit of a buffer on the blue science. I have like another 1,000 units of blue science to chug through. Because the limit right now is Pi science. Well, the limit was pi science for an extended period of time, allowing the blue science to catch up, but the pi science, wherever that is, was limited only through the neuroprocessors. That's the only yeah, that's the neuroprocessors, and the neuroprocessors was ultimately being limited by the production of aramid, uh, which also influences the production of the circuit 2s and is fully dependent upon the ability of the TCL actually getting nichrome. So, now that we have taken care of that little issue with having to add glassworks everywhere, now that we have added our glassworks to all of the things, we were totally working on a thing. Last time, we were totally working on a thing to help kill that bottleneck. I'm just not going to take these techs out of spite. Nor do I really think I even need this one. Let's go with that one. Oh, that's going to be fun. Oh boy. This is required tech territory. Say hello to a required tech to complete the game. Hello. If this looks a little confusing to you, it's required. It's required. Oh boy. It's required at pretty massive scale as well. But at least it is mathematical perfection. It is mathematical perfection, though. Even though it's pretty seriously hazardous to your health to even try to interpret it. Alright, good night. Good night. I will now be moving on, officially, to this beautiful thing. Say hello to my beautiful monstrosity of mining drills. Do you like mining drills? I like mining drills. Mining drills are awesome. I have 500 mining drills mining nickel ore, making 5 red belts equivalent. I know this is like 10 things, but it's a yellow belt each of each thing. What's next? Hey, how about picking up the energy generation out of the Cobra Cats? We might do that at some point. Just a thought. We might actually do Cobra Cat stuff. So, where am I going and what am I doing? 2 very important key questions that one would ideally have answers to. Okay, so the question of what are we doing is we are doing this nickel chain to make nickel. Now, in the process of setting up these other 500, I repositioned what I already had. So I have more than 500 here, but that's just to make sure that I am continuing to process what I already had into actual nickel plates, and I sort of had to make it go a little faster by adding some additional advanced foundries. So we're actually making already 3 more plates per second than we used to. We increased our output by 50% just by adding a few more advanced foundries, because I'm not thinking clearly. Wasn't thinking at the time. What tech do I want? I guess I'll do that one now. So while I have slightly more sufficient quantities of the nickel plates, I have nowhere near enough of the nickel plates for the amount of nichrome that I actually need. Uh, Granted, that extra output of the nickel plates just by doing this has actually sped up my production of aramid noticeably. So this will be interesting as the FPS tanks when we look at this. If I'm zoomed out too far here, all of this operating just tanks the performance. It's just so much stuff graphically, so many flashing icons filling all of these chests, all these loaders doing their thing. Why does that all exist? Why did you do this way? Good question. This comes down to mining productivity. That's all this comes down to. This is a very, very heavy-handed approach to making sure that I do not have issues due to mining productivity. Trying to output more than one unit of ore at the exact same time onto a belt and causing the machine to pause briefly. That's it. It's just to make sure the machines can move constantly, and I have perfect belts of stuff coming out. Well, that is it. That is all. I demand perfection, so I will have perfection. That is a red belt. Trust me. This is a red belt. Just like this is a red belt, and this is a red belt, and this is a red belt, and this is a... excuse me, and this is a red belt. But let's head back to the bus so that I could actually get some nanobots. Building all this by hand would not be nifty. That would not be reasonable. Besides, we're like 4 minutes from taking the break anyway, so we will get to do this after going off and getting a resupply going and clearing out some of that stuff from the trash slots. Would be nice to clear some trash slots on occasion. Gosh, I hope I didn't forget anything important. I hope there's nothing that's unknowingly broken. That's my fears, is that something changes and then I don't notice it for a really long time until it becomes a problem. Plastic og food. That's happened a couple of times, I think. The most recent one being the change to og food from tin to plastic that I didn't notice until I ran out of the stuff the ogs were making. Yeah. Yeah, that's stuff. Tech! Hi, Tech! Hello! Welcome. Beautiful, glorious Tech that I can do nothing with yet. I can do literally nothing with you yet, but it is nice to see you. Shall I make rocket fuel? I don't know how much buffer I have of the blue science anymore. I think I've pretty much exhausted it, so back we go to the land animal stage 3. Yeah, I've near enough exhausted the blue science at this point. So I'm picking up land animal stage 3, by the way. Just another FYI. I'm picking this up because it unlocks Dingrits, Fat Eyes, Scrondrix, and Vonix. It sort of unlocks 4 creatures for us. So, yeah. Rather important stuff. Rather important stuff, and a lot of this is required for progression. Like, we need Fat Eye, for example, to get into Purple Science. We need a lot of these things. We need the Vonix to get into Purple Science, so we've got some stuff to do. We've got some stuff to do. Now, the initial recipes are not as good as later recipes for the most part. For the most part. Oh, great. They feed on cotton guts. Right. Right. They all feed on cotton guts, don't they? Yep. Yup. Cool. I need cotton guts. We're gonna do that sooner rather than later. Alright, have I been supplied? I think I've been supplied. Get rid of all of those Mark 1 high-pressure furnaces. Every single one of them. Go. Goodbye. I like inventory. Did you look into Vonix? I don't know. I don't know what you have or have not done, Immortal. You did Crydrin. Don't think you've done Vonix. Vonix. Oof. Yeah, Vonix. Let's see. What was Vonix? Vonix is guts. Vonix is guts, and that is my alarm saying that it has been halfway through the stream thus far. We are now halfway. Yeah, these don't look like they're consuming... Oh, there we go. So the eggs. The Vonix eggs consume Augs and Muckmo. And we've got Muckmo there, plus guts. So these can consume 2. Aug and Muckmo. And then we've got Arthurian eggs going into this as well in the later stages. Aug, Muckmo, and Arthurian eggs, as well as Vonix eggs. And Navins! And Navins at the very end. Oh boy. Hey, by the way, where's the recipes that require Vonix food? Do you not have Vonix food? There is no Vonix food. Oh boy. Cool. Yeah, so that will end up requiring multiple animals. And with that, it's time to take a brief break. I will be back in a few minutes. And I have returned. Welcome back. And hello. So, Nickel, we can move on now, I hope, from all of the shenaniganry with having to replace stuff with the new glassworks machine. Lots of stuff needed to get replaced there, if I can even remember where exactly. Oh, hey, here's your glass cores now. They require the glassworks. Yeah, they're a thing. Go away. Those stuffs. Yeah, glassware as well also requires this machine. This glorious machine. Just have a few things making rubber stoppers to go into them. Anyway, off we go. We need nickel. I want to make as much of this build as I possibly can. Now, I will note that, yes, I should have all of the buildings that I need for this. Probably don't have enough of the pipe, but I'll manage as best I can on the pipe. Likely also don't have enough belt. I guess while I'm here, that's one thing I can try to do is throw some stuffs into the dude here. Am I going to need compression anywhere? It doesn't actually look like it. So, this is actually a pretty good, I should say, overall production chain with nickel here. I am choosing to stop at grade 4. I could go up to high grade. Yes, I could go a few steps up before high grade and get pretty significantly different outputs. But the issue that I'm trying to avoid, well, the main problem is the very first main outside input that's added in after grade 4 is sulfuric acid, and it is a pretty significant amount of sulfuric acid that gets consumed out of this. Uh, because I'm processing so much ore, it's a lot of sulfuric acid that is required to go forward. The other stuff isn't quite as bad, although we do eventually get into needing Aerofloat 15, which yeah, that's a huge pain as well because that's requires pentasulfide, which is a lot of phosphate rocks. It's a lot of phosphate rocks to make that stuff. And it's just in the current state of Pi alien life, with all of the other biotic components being pretty big builds as well, I really don't see the need to go up to high grade when I have a lot of nickel. When I have a lot of big patches. So I think I'm good with this. I'm gonna throw some more of those things in. Oh hey, I have filled my crawdad with things. I could make an airplane at this point, but I don't think I'm actually going to. That that ship has sailed. That plane has flown long ago. Especially with the addition of the Phaediasis that we will eventually make. Our the glorious flying fat eye that we can use as an aircraft. I always break things. Is this required? This is not even required anymore. You can... Nose! No! There you go. Nickel! Let's go to nickel. Where is there? There it is. So the main hard part is actually done, and that is the actual mining of the nickel. Everything else is simple enough. I mean, it's still going to be a lot. Now, question of the day: where will we do this? I think I'm going to start here-ish and build upwards and outwards. So by that I mean I'm going to have first all of my beautiful jaw crushers, and this will need to be designed. So I need to arrange 90. What is 90 divided by 5? 18. 18. Alright. So my initial thought was basically to do something along these lines. And times 5. So this will be our input belt. We are doing a nickel processing. And I will share a line coming back. Try to conserve on the belt use. Oh, I needed to bring a lot more inserters, didn't I? Oh boy. Oh boy. This will be interesting. We're gonna go we're going to have to go back for more inserters. Just the nature of this is very, very heavy on the inserter use. Very, very heavy on the inserter use. So by doing it this way, let's do the thingies. Or do I want it? Do I want to do the thingies? No. No, because that's not going to be... It won't look right. I have to do this here. Then that... do I want to... Yeah, I'll keep doing that and then do that. I'm just trying to make sure that I keep things in some degree of alignment. Actually, I know exactly what I'm going to do. I know exactly what I'm going to do. Oops, wrong way. That way, please. I'm going to take this belt this way. Going in, that's the other input. And I'm actually going to get rid of these. Now, they're not connected right now, but they will be connected here in this manner. Yes, yes, yes. It works like that. Now, why? Oh, that's why. Duh. There, simple. And then when I copy and paste, like so, everything will be glorious. Now I still need one more. There is one more required. Come on. Right, probably we'll have to go back for more nanobot ammo, actually. Now that I'm thinking about this, I'll have to, like, bring even more nanobot ammo than I usually do. And I am officially out of inserters. Yeah, I thought that would happen. That I was expecting. So then I just grab the normal one thing here and go that. Ta-da! Stuff and things. Now that should be 90. It's 90! And the great thing about this particular arrangement is that when/if I ever get a sufficient quantity of Mark II jaw crushers, I can very easily have this build, because this is 18. It would truncate down to that as Mark IIs. So I could just upgrade half of it and then delete the rest. And then space savings, as if I need the space savings. So I can do what I can on the actual belt logistics now. It's only 5 belts, so as long as... Let's actually work from the top. work from the top and then go down from there. Oh, hello. Yes, we'll keep that. There's you. There's you. And there's you. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. Just add power! Huzzah! Stuff and things. Now, I need to filter out... Oh, right. Inserters. Inserters are required, but for the moment, I will filter out the stone. I closed that, sadly. Why did I close that? So, we've got a red belt in total of the grade 1 nickel and a yellow belt of stone equivalent that is output from all of these 3 lines. So I've got 3 lines here. They will combine eventually into 1 red of grade 1 nickel. Now, what I could do is shove all of it into a chest and then filter from the chest the stone out, or I could use splitters and do all that glorious stuff. I think we're just going to use a chest. Yeah, a chest is fine. That will be the grade 1. That will be the stone. Glorious stone. Where's the thing? There's the stone. And then here, this will be the grade 1 nickel. That will go up. That will go down. Voiding here, most likely. Most likely. Or brought all the way out to there? Do we try doing that? No. No. No, it'd be easier just to bring the... I'll bring the coal over. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll bring the coal over. Or do I? Choices! Decisions! I don't like making decisions. This is just... Hold up. This is just stone. I will have to deal with the gravel and sand, though. Gravel and sand later. Alright. Stone. I could void the stone via saline, making saline water, and then voiding the saline. But, nah. Just nah. Pretty sure that these two, when compressed for the gravel and the sand, is still going to be less than a singular red belt. So that will be fine. I will actually do this here, so that I can have, like, the line in of the other stuff to void. Oops. May as well keep things symmetrical. And there we go. That is that. Step 1. Step 1. Completed. The easiest. Well, the biggest. We'll call it the biggest step. It probably should not be considered the easiest step. It is the biggest. It is pretty simple, just repetitive unit. I'm going to pick up additional inserters now, as well as additional nanobot stuff. Oh, I still have the nanobots. Good. I just need all all of the inserters. Where's my dude? My bro. My glorious thingy. Crawdaddy. Yeah, I need to throw some stuff in you. I will be using the screeners next, so I might as well grab those. I will request 500 of you. This is gonna be good. Die. Die, rock! Die, thingies! Slowly but surely, we will replace the things. Repair that, and then take it. There we go. Please don't get hit by a train today. Or ever again. We've already got one with a thingy. We've got one train with a kill. Let's not make that another. Let's not keep iterating on the kill counter. That would not be ideal. No. Down. And then over. Alright, nanobot bros. Or slash logibot bros. Give me all the stuff. Give me things! Glorious, beautiful, wonderful things. How's the, Ah. Okay. Get rid of that. They're having some issues because I'm requesting simply too much. What can I do? Get rid of that.